Hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the session of interview preparation. My name is Ashish Singh, and today we will see some Python question and answers, okay, which might be helpful to you during the interview process. So let's begin. So our first question is, what is Python? Okay. So I'm giving you some seconds to reply your answers in chat window. Please respond. So what is Python? Okay. Python is an interpreted high-level general-purpose programming language. Okay, it designed philosophy. No, let me repeat once. Not from there. Yeah, Python is interpreted object-oriented high-level programming language with dynamic semantics. Okay, its high-level built-in data structures combined with dynamic typing and dynamic binding make it very attractive for rapid application development, as well as for use as a scripting or glue language to connect existing components together. Okay, so now we move to the next question. What is pickling? Okay, and unpickling in Python? Yeah, so what is pickling, friends? Pickle module accepts any Python objects and convert it into a string representations, okay, and dumps it into a file by using dump function. This process is called pickling, while the process of retrieving original Python objects from the stored string representation is called unpickling. Okay, friends. So this is the meaning of pickling and unpickling in Python. Now, our next question: how is Python interpreted? Please respond your answers in chat box. Okay. So, how is Python interpreted? Python language is an interpreted language. Okay. Python program runs direct. Okay, let me write it. Python language, okay, is an interpreted language Python program runs directly, okay, directly from the source code. From the source code, okay, and it converts the source code, converts the source code that is written by the programmer, okay, into an intermediate language. Okay, comma, which is again translated into machine language that has to be executed. Okay, friends. So, how is Python interpreted? Python language is an interpreted language. Python programs run directly from the source code. It converts that source code that is written by the programmer into an intermediate language, okay, which is again translated into machine language that has to be executed. So now we move to our next question. Question number 4. How is memory managed in Python? So, how is memory managed in Python? Python memory is managed by Python private heap space. Okay. All Python objects and data structures are located in a private heap. The programmer does not have an access to this private heap, and the interpreter takes care of this Python private heap. Okay. And PY checker is a static analysis tool that detects the bugs in Python source code and warns about the style and complexity of the bug. Okay. And so like this, memory managed in Python. Now we move to our next question. What are Python decorators? These are basics question, friends. Mostly in interview they're asking. What are Python decorators? So Python decorator is a specific change that we make in Python syntax, okay, to alter what functions easily. Okay, friends. So what are Python decorators? A Python decorator is a specific change that we make in Python syntax to alter functions easily. Now we'll move to our next question. Question number 6. Yeah, very important question. What is the difference between list and okay? So the difference between list and tuple is that list is mutable, okay, while tuple is not. And tuple can be hashed, okay. For example, as a key okay, as a key for dictionaries. So dictionary, you know, guys, right? We'll see later. So this is the difference between list and tuple. Okay, now move to the next question. How are arguments passed by value or by reference? Please reply your answer in chat box. Okay, so let me write it. Uh, everything, everything in Python, okay, is an object, and all variables hold references to the object. Okay, the reference values according to the functions. So therefore you cannot change the value of the references. Okay, however, yeah, you can change the object if it is what, friends? Mutable. Okay, so how the argument passed by value or by reference? Everything in Python is an object, and all variables hold reference to the objects. The reference values are according to the functions. Therefore, you cannot change the value of the references. However, you can change the object if it is mutable. Okay, so that is the 7th question. Now, for the next question, what is dict and list comprehensions? Okay, so they are syntax constructions, okay, to ease the creation of a dictionary or list based on existing iterable. Okay, friends, did you get my point? They are the syntax construction to use the creation of a dictionary or list based on existing iterable. Now we will move to our next question. This is also an important. What are built-in types? Okay, does Python provides? Python provides two built-in types. Okay. So what are those? First one is mutable. Okay. And the second one is immutable. Okay. So mutable types in mutable build types in are, what are those? First list. Okay. Then second one is sets. Third one is dictionaries. Okay, dictionaries we have key value, key and values, and immutable. Yeah, immutable built-in types, right? What are those? Strings. Okay. Then second, tuples. Okay. And third one is numbers. Okay, friends. So these are the mutable or immutable built-in types, which are already in Python. Okay. So now we move to our next question. Explain. Sorry. Explain namespace in Python. Please give me your answers in chat box. Yeah. So what are those? In Python, every name introduced has a place where it lives and can be hooked for. Okay. That is known as a namespace. It is like a box where a variable name is mapped to the object placed. Whenever the variable is searched out, this box will be searched to get the corresponding object. Okay, so that is called the namespace in Python. Now this one is also important. What is Lambda in Python? Yeah, so what are those? What is Lambda in Python? Okay, let me write it. It is a single expression. Okay, anonymous function, okay, often used as inline function. That is called our Lambda function. Now, question number 12. Why lambda, okay, forms in Python do not have statements? Why? Let me write it. A lambda form, okay, in Python does not have statements. Okay, does not have statements, as it is used to make what, friends? New function object, and then return them at runtime. Okay, friends. So this is the answer for question number 12. Now we'll move to our next question, question number 13. Okay. What is unit test in Python? A unit testing framework in Python is known as what? Unit test. Unit test. Unit test. Okay. It supports sharing of setups. Okay. Automation testing, shutdown, okay, code for tests, aggregation of tests, okay, into collections and etc. Okay, friends. So what is unit test? A unit testing framework in Python is known as unit test. It supports sharing of setups, automation testing, shutdown codes for test, and aggregation of tests into collections and etc. Okay. So now move to our next question, which is very important. Explain slicing in Python. Please respond your answers in chat box. Yeah. So, what are slicing? A mechanism, okay, to select a range of items from sequence like list, okay, tuple, string, etc. Okay, is known as slicing. Oh, okay, friends, this is called our slicing. Now we move to the next question, question number 15. What are generators in Python? So, what are those? The way of implementing iterators are known as generators. Okay, it is normal functions expect, sorry, except, okay, that it yields expression in the function. Expression in the function. So these are called generators in Python. Okay. Now we'll move to the next question. What is talk string? Okay. In Python. So a Python documentation, okay, string is known as what, friends? Doc string. Okay, it is a way of documenting Python functions. Okay, comma modules and classes. So this is the docstring in Python. A Python documentation string is known as docstring. It is a way of documenting Python functions, modules, and classes. Now we will move to our next question. At question number 17. How can you copy an object in Python? So how can you copy an object in Python, friends? To copy an object, okay, in Python, you can try a copy dot copy parenthesis, okay, or copy dot deep copy parenthesis for the general case, okay, but you cannot copy all objects but most of them. Okay, this is the code copy or copy dot deep copy. Okay, friends. So now move to the next question. Question number 18. Okay. What is negative index in Python? Python. So what is this? Python sequences can be indexed in positive and negative numbers. Okay. For positive index, 0 is the first index, 1 is the second index, and so forth. Okay. For the negative index, -1 is the last index, and -2 in the second last index, and so forth. Are you getting my point? Like for positive means from starting, we have 0 is the first index. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from negative index, we will start from -1, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so forth. Okay, so these are the negative index in Python. So now we'll move to the next question, question number 19. What is module? Sorry, it's what? Okay, module and package in Python. Please reply your answer in chat box. What are modules in Python? So what are those, friends? In Python, module is the way to structure a program. Okay. Each Python program file is a module, which imports other modules like object and attributes. And the folder of Python program is a package of module. A package can have modules or subfolders. Okay. So now we'll move to the next question, question number 20. What are rules. What are the rules basically? What are the rules for local and global variable in Python? Okay, so what are those? So the rules for local and global variable in Python. First is local variable. Okay, if a variable is assigned a new value anywhere within the function's body, it's assumed to be local. Okay, and in global variables, those variables that are only referenced inside a function are implicitly global. Are you getting my point? If a variable is assigned a new value anywhere with the function's body, it assumed to be local. Okay, local variable. And those variables that are only referenced inside a function are called as global variables. Okay. So now move to the next question. Explain how to delete file in Python. Please respond, friends, if you know the command. It's too easy. Okay, let me write it. There is a command. We can write OS. It's cap, it's small. OS dot. Okay. It is small. Okay. We remember. OS dot remove. Okay. And we give file name. What is the name we are given? Okay. Or OS dot unlink. Okay. Unlink file name we are giving. See, these two commands we have, right? So now we move to the next question, question number 22. So explain how can you generate random numbers in Python? So how, friends? We write command import random, okay, and random dot random parenthesis. Okay, these are this is an small r and this is an small I. Okay, so these are the commands which we are giving for to generate random numbers in Python. Okay, so now we'll move to our next question. Mention, okay, 4 benefits of using Python. Oh, sorry, it's dollar, not $4. Okay, friends, please respond your answers. So, what are the 4 benefits? First one is Python does not require explicit memory management as the interpreter itself allocates the memory to new variables and free them automatically. Okay. Second one is provide easy readability due to use of square brackets. Okay. Third one is easy to learn for beginners. Okay. And the last one is having the built-in data types saves program time and efforts from declaring variables. Okay, so these 4 are 4 benefits of using Python. And now our next question, mention the use of the split function in Python. Okay, friends. So, what is the use of the split function in Python? The use of a split function in Python is that it breaks a string into shorter strings using the defined separator. Okay. It gives a list of all words present in the string. So what's that? The use of the split function in Python is that it breaks a string into shorter strings using the defined separator. Okay. It gives a list of all words present in the string. Right. So now we move to our next question. Okay. What is Python if statement? If statement, friends, if else, like this. So Python if statement is used for decision making operations. Okay. If it contains a body of code that runs only when the condition given in the if statement is true. If the condition is false, then the optional else statement runs. Okay. Which contains some code for the else condition. When you want to justify one condition while the other condition is not true, then you use Python if else statement. Okay. So Python if else syntax I'm writing. If expression what we are giving, okay, then statement what we are giving, right? Then we write else and statement what we are giving. Okay. So this is the statement syntax for if. So I think we have seen lots of questions about Python, approx 25 today. Okay. So it's enough for today. And so we are going to end the day here. So have a great day, friends. And we will meet again in the next session, which is tomorrow. And we will discuss about data science tomorrow. Okay. Goodbye and take care, friends. Thank you so much.